Hey everybody. I get so many questions in reference to my scarves or in reference to my head wraps. How do I keep them on? What type of scarves do I use? What length do I use? How do I protect my hair and my edges underneath? How do I get my bun so big when my hair is not that long? All type of questions. So I decided to do a quick tutorial, one-on-one wraps. I'm going to go over the things that I use and what I do. My method may not work for everybody. It works for me. I hope it will work for you all. I'm sure it will work for someone. Um, so for starters, make sure your hair is protected underneath your wrap. With either a bonnet, you can use a bonnet, you can use a regular scarf and tie it around like so. Make sure your hair is wrapped underneath. I cannot stress that enough. Throughout the day with your wraps, you will probably move your scarf. It will shift a little bit. You will adjust it, pull it, tuck, whatever. You will move it. So with the friction of you constantly adjusting your wrap, if you have to, it may cause your edges to break off. Therefore, you should use some type of satin or silk scarf underneath your wrap all the time. I never wrap my hair without doing something underneath it first. So I'm going to go over a couple of scarves, like different types that give you different type of looks. And that's one of the things with different wraps. The type of scarf you use or fabric or whatever you use does determine the look that you'll get. If you have some short fabric or a short scarf, you won't get a bun like this. If you have really long fabric or a really long scarf, you won't get a small bun or whatever. It'll come out really big or medium size. So for starters, we have the infinity scarf. The infinity scarf is a scarf that is not separated. It's just one big circle. I love infinity scarves. These are, like, for me, one of the easiest way to get a bun like this. FYI, this is an infinity scarf also. They give you this nice big bun without you having to really do too much work because it kind of wraps itself. You don't have any tucking to do at the end. So that's an infinity scarf. And this is a really big one. They come in all different sizes. The big ones will give you a big bun like this. Second, we have a big square scarf. And all of the things that I'm showing you are scarves. None of these are raw fabric. I purchased all of these from like a fashion store, a store that sells clothes. So these are all just regular scarves that you would wear around your neck. The second one is a square. It is really, 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 really big. The squares, like, as you can see, this is kind of a lot of fabric. I'm not sure what size it is or anything, but squares, the way that I work with my squares, I always fold them in half to give you the triangle look that you get when you first fold them and kind of wrap from there. So that's the square. We have the thin satin type one. It's kind of like short, as you can see. It's not very long. These give you small buns if you want a small bun, or if you don't want a bun, you just kind of want to wrap something and kind of tuck it and give you the flat look. These work perfect for that. If you do use a satin scarf or something more sheer like this, it's best if you use maybe a solid color underneath. So this brown will work fine, or black, some type of solid color underneath so that you can't see through it. But these work perfect if you want something small and simple. The fourth one is this type of scarf. This is kind of like a rectangle. It's really long. This is a lot of fabric. This scarf always gives me kind of the perfect look. It will give me the same type of look I get with an infinity scarf because it's really big. You don't have to do a lot of folding or anything because it's already in a rectangle. I usually just kind of maybe fold it one side halfway through, put it on, and wrap. This is a really good scarf, kind of one of like a perfect size. Next we have, or the last scarf we have is a regular neck scarf, the type of scarf that you would do this with, that you see people with the frayed ends or whatever. This is a really good scarf to wrap. So as you can see, it's a rectangle also. It's kind of sheer, so you will probably have to put something underneath these type, because this one is a thin type one. And I really like this one too. So these are kind of some of the basic scarves, or the basic, I guess, size you would need. None of them have the size on it. I wish it did, because I can tell you kind of the size to go by. I don't do a lot of, I don't buy a lot of wraps from the fabric store. One is because it's just so much to choose from. It's just, I don't know, it's just too much. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. I have bought a couple of pieces of fabric, but regular scarves seem to work better for me. Plus, it's like a 2-for-1 deal. You can use it around your neck and you can use it for your hair. But I have noticed that buying scarves can be very expensive. Very expensive. Like, I've seen some scarves up to like $25, $30. Excuse me. It all is fabric. So, nothing against fabrics. But I have noticed, especially in the beginning, using scarves are a lot easier to work with. You don't have to worry about measurements, which is a big thing when you're trying to get a certain type of look. Next, I will talk about how I get my scarves to stay on. If I do a bun or something big like this, I kind of just wrap and tuck, and these will stay on by themselves. Like, I don't have to do anything. But if I want something more, a pin-up type look or something else, my little secret is straight pins. I will use straight pins and pin. You can pin them in your hair. That's one reason why it's so perfect to have a wrap underneath, because when you pin, you can kind of just pin this to the wrap underneath, or when you go through, make sure that it goes through the wrap underneath. So straight pins work perfectly. They always hold my wraps up. So if it's one that you see that maybe kind of flipped in the front or something, a lot of times I use straight pin. This also secures so that I don't have to bother it all day, or I don't have to worry about knocking it off or anything. And when I wear my wraps, I wear them all day. I wear them to work, wherever I go. It's an all-day thing for me. So straight pins work perfect for securing your scarf, securing your wraps down. So if you don't have any straight pins, get some. These are very, very, very handy. What else? I think that is it. I'm going to do another tutorial, because this one is probably just so long, showing a wrap or a different type of wrap with all of these scarves that I've showed you all, or at least one look with each scarf. So that will probably be in the part 2 of this video, because it's just so long I can't possibly do a video with wrapping all of these. But I will do a part 2 to show you at least one style with each one of these wraps, because each type of scarf or each size and length give you totally different looks. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. Other than that, I think I am done with this. Please check out the second half or the second part of this video. I hope this part was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, anything, please, 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 please comment below. I answer all of my comments. I try to answer all of the questions that you all may have. And I'm sure someone else may have the same question. So please comment and leave your questions. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. See you in part 2.